Earthworm is one of the most broken, busted, cracked, dismantled things I have ever seen in Pokemon. It's straight up dilapidated with the Earth Eater ability. It's ground type, water absorb. If hit by a ground type move, the Pokemon has its hit points restored instead of taking damage. If it just gave an immunity like Levitate, that would be crazy, but it has that extra healing baked in. What happens if you make it into an electric type? One of the tankiest Pokemon in the game now has no weaknesses, or at least like the fattest defense tank besides Avalugg, compared to Skarmory. The core of Skarmbliss, the core of defensive tanking in Pokemon, it's tankier. Earthworm has more hit points and more defense. It's 5 base stats, so times 2 plus 5, but then divide by 2 because of level 50. It still just edges out Skarmory in tankiness. So every physical hit you've tanked with a physical tank Skarmory, Earthworm does it just a little better and has no weaknesses. Which is why, for today's video, I'm going to be going for one. Now, the first thing I need to check are my Tera Shards, because I'm going to need electric Tera Shards to make this thing into an electric type. Alternative, wow, 49, that's unlucky. But alternatively, I could just like do Electro Raids specifically, even getting like a 3-star Earthworm, or maybe they only appear in like 4 and 5-star. Just like getting one of those is going to be pretty nice, but this is what you have Tera Shards for. So now we can kind of just unlock the full power of competitive Pokemon and just find an Earthworm anywhere and just pump everything into it. So I want to do this video live. Also, if you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with friends, comment your thoughts down below. Like, really, share this with all your friends. Competitive Pokemon is more accessible than ever before because of what I'm about to do. You don't have to know any, like, crazy breeding. You don't have to know any crazy EV training. Just play the game. You're going to have enough resources to do whatever you want. So, I've seen Earthworm just around. Also, I'm going to go to, like, quick pause video so I can refresh the capture, make sure everything's smooth. And, of course, now that I want one, I'm not going to find it. But I guess that just kind of, like, adds into the time of getting a video. Alright, so we got some Voltorbs. There's one of the boys. So, I mean, like, mints, you don't have to do any synchronize, you don't have to do any Eviolite breeding, you just catch it. Also, I've never caught one before, so that's going to be good for the dex. Can we get the good quick ball catch rate? No. Fortunately, it's night out, which means we can also dusk ball. So, like, just the slight little annoyances. Or, you already have a Pokemon from raids, and you're done. So we'll see how that goes. Need to get to level 50. And also Hyper Training, not being level 100. Breeding doesn't matter as much. You could also use False Swipe, but I'm too stubborn for that. I just thought I'd come out here and catch it. And we're doing this live so we can see how long it takes to get a Pokemon. If there's any shortcuts involved, or if we already have a Pokemon, just knock the last 3 minutes off the video and we start fresh. Awesome. So now, that's going straight to the team. I think we can just, like, do it. And because of the way this Pokemon is, it's going to be very straightforward. So let's go into the bag after we register. Okay, animations, neat. And, alright, so we go into the bag, we go over here, and then the first thing I want to do is mint it. Now, I usually get confused between Bold and Impish. Pretty sure this thing's not going to be using special attacks. But mints are just so disposable, it doesn't really matter. So, its attack may suffer, special attack may suffer, Impish, use. Alright, now this Pokemon has max defense, which also means we can go and use our items. So we have no HP up and not enough iron to the Delibird store. Now you also might notice I have max cash stack. It maxes out at 9 million. So it's not like you can do the AFK money making forever and just end up at like 99 million, never have to worry again. Still have to like spend your money every once in a while. And then go back to the turbo controller at the Academy Ace tournament. So I mean, there's like, I didn't script this. I didn't like have like, oh, I have everything bought, everything planned out. I'm just going to make a Pokemon in 1 minute. That wasn't the plan for this video. This plan is like, okay, I go out and catch Pokemon, and if I need to get the resources, I can, and then we go out and do it. So, actually, no. Vitamins are not Delibird. Delibird is going to be for bottle caps, which we can still theoretically buy for this. We need to go to Chansey Supply. if we want the vitamins. So we just buy 24 because I have, like, look at me saving money with a max cash stack. I just don't want to get, like, screwed over at some point. And then we can use some health items. I don't know the exact moveset for Earthworm, but even then, like, PP up is just viable, which is crazy. Even ability capsules, but you should be getting enough of those from raids. And then boom. Alright, now we head on over to Delibird. I'm just going to buy a couple of bottle caps. I already know I have like 5, which would be effectively just maxing this thing out. But I'm just gonna buy it for completionist sake. Just like, hey, here's how you make a competitive Pokemon. I'm going to go through pretty much all of the steps unless I already have something. In which case, if you've been playing the game, you probably already have it too. Don't know the item for this guy. So I'm probably never going to not need bottle caps. We can buy those. I'm not going to EV train it properly because that is my whole goal in life, is to just never have to battle wild Pokemon and max EVs again. So now we can go to the extra steps of this Pokemon. Dump my medium candies, try to hit that level 50. I don't want to waste all my large. There's probably, oh, okay. Looks like we're not going to have to worry about wasting our larges. We also have some extra rare candies from the tournament. And 50, perfect. All right, so that's good. Then we can go HP up. Also, I've gotten a ton of PP up from the tournament, apparently. Guess I didn't need to spend those. So 24 HP up. Now, the reason why I'm doing Earthworm is because it takes no thought, roughly. Like, there's probably a world where you want to go 200 defense and then some extra special defense, and then you're just kind of covered for everything. But we have EV reducing berries, so we can always undo that. And with the A button method, like, you don't even need a turbo controller. You just bring the right Pokemon, you mash A, and you never lose anyways. So even with that method, like, everything's fine. How many feathers? Oh. Sometimes the menuing is kind of weird on, like, when you press the button, but that's going to be maxed right there. Resist feather for defense. We have a lot of those as well. Boom. A little bit of optimization. Clever feather for the special defense. So that could be different. 6, that tracks, because it's 508 versus 510. And, like, the only thing left is hyper training and moveset. It just feels so foreign to me that the Pokemon is that easily completed. So hyper training is going to be here. I have guides, I have videos on all of this, but now we're just bringing it together for like that live, let's instantly make the Pokemon kind of thing. So it's like, I don't have money for EVs. Well, then use my EV training guide with power items where you can bulk batch a lot of different Pokemon or do some other things. Now, the reason why I'm not doing other Pokemons, I don't know what to do. Like, Earthworm just seems like the brain dead one. I don't want to mess up Clodsire. I feel like Clodsire is going to need a lot of work. And I don't know what Toxapex I want to make to synergize with the Earthworm. So instead of Scar and Bliss, you have Toxapex, Toxic Worm, I don't know. Speak to this dude, select my Earthworm. We only have bottle caps. And then we just raise everything. In theory, there's a world where you don't want to do it on attack. But I don't know Earthworm's moveset, so I'll just do this, and then, like, Confusion and Foul Play does less damage, which isn't going to matter on a full tank. But maybe you want to go special for some reason. Actually, we have the stats. 60 versus 85. Like, it doesn't matter, but maybe they're just a better special move, so I haven't fully thought through it. Also, maybe, like, the leveling up for all of its moveset is different. I just want to make the competitive Pokemon, and the moveset is like, here's how you do moveset. You go to the Pokemon, and then you also have to, like, check your TMs and stuff. And then you press right, and then you change moves. And then you can remember moves at any time. So that's a very free switch right there. You can also switch the graph view to confirm we have Hyper Trained properly. We have the blue and white color. We have everything maxed out. Boom, easy. And that just leaves us with Tera Shards, which we saw the electric raid. I promise you, you know what? I extra promise you. We're going to time skip right now. It's not like, oh, I found the Earthworm raid, and now I'm going to be like, no way, I could have just saved it, or I didn't have to do all this. But, then we can, time skip. That's going to change the raids. Sometimes. Like, sometimes, like, if you haven't done it in a while, like, the 1 day doesn't work. And then other times it does. I don't know. Maybe too close to midnight sometimes. There we go. Or maybe, actually, I think sometimes it lags to where, like, you even have to wait a little bit longer for it to kick through. But now let's go and find an electric raid. Right by us. Oh, no. Oh, no, that just really seems like it's going to be an earthworm now. We're gonna have a fun. Actually, I think, is it like location based? Where like you're not going. No, I think it's just random. It's not like, oh, I'm in the snowy place, so I'm not going to get an earthworm. All right. Ah, 5-star though. I don't want to do a 5-star. That actually might be kind of rough. I just need a 3-star or a 4-star so I can just get the 1 Tera shard I need. There we go. We can do this one. So yeah, just that little bit extra. Tera shard's gonna be the most annoying part. Can't breed Tera types, so that's why you want to do raids. You want to just spam all the raids, especially if you're like going for a specific Tera type, because you're either going to get the shards for that Pokemon, or you're going to get the Pokemon itself, and then everything is good. Electric's going to be very desirable, it seems, because you only have ground weakness, and some Pokemon just completely can break that. 4-star, sure. You're going to do that. And like I said, I want to do this video straight up, but if you already have the shards, if you already have the raids, like most of the raid is just going to be animations. It takes like 15 seconds to get in. If you decide to catch the Pokemon, that's almost another 30 seconds. If you just bring in the Pokemon, all this other stuff, that just like takes extra time. But if you have the resources, you have the Pokemon, you have the Tera type, especially get it from a raid, that's less bottle caps. It's kind of the same thing, like the Pokemon is just done. Maybe a few extra levels over 50 if you need moveset. How much damage do we just do? 0. Trick question. 0, because Medicham will always lead Fake Out on you. Alright. Let's go Arcanine. Alright. Medicham's a little fat. Yeah, we're just gonna sit this one out. Alright, and there we go. We get the bonus 2 large candies, a little bit extra. Yeah. Like, the rewards kind of stop mattering because of all the work we've already put into it, but if you're still trying to build up, could matter. Once again, waiting through animations. Got banter, need that audience retention. Even though this is just the ending wrap-up, where it's like, oh, I already know how to do everything I need to do. Medali, you learn it as a part of the game. Kind of, but then you need to know to go back to do the Tera Shard thing at the restaurant. I think I went to the wrong Pokemon Center because there's the one right by the Pokemon Center. Also, I forgot to put this up. Oh, not that. This. So now people are going to steal my video. But, yep. Let's book it over there. Let's make our electric. I feel like there's no chance of regrets whatsoever. Also, I just realized that that's the Delibird supply warehouse, which is pretty funny. And I'm bad at navigating, apparently. Gotta fill time. Just gotta show you guys the actual process. So before someone comments, I'm like, Zoro, ha, got it. So yeah, and then just straight up says, who wants to change Pokemon's Tera type? I brought electric Tera Shards. And I want to feed it to my Earthworm that has the Steel Tera type. And then I get the confirm. A life-changing delicious meal. And that's it. So I'm guessing like Earthworm wants Iron Defense, Body Press, Unkillable Defense Tank, synergizes incredibly well with Toxapex, probably great core with Chansey, Blissey to make Skarmobliss. Toxapex has Regenerator. And then you just have like all the weaknesses covered, and it's really nasty. I didn't want to do the bag, I wanted to check summary, and I wanted to make sure everything about the Pokemon was good, minus the moveset. But it has the electric Tera type, it's EV trained, and we just hyper trained it. And that's it. That's how you get a competitive Pokemon. And most of that is me talking about the moveset. Most of that, the rest of that was just getting like the extra Tera Shards. So I mean, if you're already set and you just like, what I could do is get 999 and then just buy like 100 of every vitamin and just be set for a while. and then just like instantly done. You just go to the hyper training dude and everything happens right there. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.